which is flickering with images, fast-changing images, is it possible that the human eye can become active again and not like a passive observer when our eyes are just suffering what is imprinted on them passively? Is it possible to have a human eye, a human attention, which not only observes the world, which is already a big step from the passive eye, but shapes it, capable of shaping it, changing, altering the reality, adjusting the reality, what we see? What is necessary for this? When our eyes woke up in the morning rested, the rested, relaxed eye, or rested mind, relaxed mind, and relaxed words, a kind of wholeness which is at the root of our vision. It is actually very frightening, the way in which we see the world, the way in which our eyes live. We are receiving visual rubbish every day, even if we do it actively because it's our decision, or we just suffer it in a passive way because this is what our eyes are offered on a daily basis. Apart from the eyes of the children, this is a world of adults with sad eyes. It is a world of sad eyes. A couple of days ago, I played with a little baby boy, 9-month-old, and what I saw in his face, in his eyes, that there was no trace whatsoever of that apocalyptic wasteland which we are witnessing every day in the media, in the news. When our eyes are just passively drifted away from reality, from beauty itself. And I found this face, the beautiful little eyes of this child, in a stark contrast with the face of a newsreader, a television reporter whom I saw in the news. I was surprised how tired her face was. It was a suffering face when a previously wholesome order is wrinkled. Because what does a newsreader do? What does he see or she see? And on this side of the television screen, what do we see? Car crashes, wars, lies, and we see these things in a passive way. And recalling the face of the baby boy, that little 9-month-old baby, what was immediately missing from the broadcaster's face was her or our once upon a time child face, child adult face. When our eyes are filled with things which are worthy of the human eye, when our eyes, those eyes filled with curiosity, are leaning towards reality, as it were, when we are opening our eyes to the landscape, onto the landscape, and we go close to our world through our attention, when we are interested in our world, what we see, and just like a playing child, we shape it, we shape our reality. The world becomes like us, being played with, touched by beauty, touched by genuine interest. And this is the miracle of the human eye, that when the world is approached with this attitude, the miracle happens. The prosaic, banal facts of life return to their understanding roots. So, the human eye is the most beautiful and at the moment the most abused human organ. And we can recall what St. Paul said in our first reading, in his letter to the Ephesians. Out of his infinite glory, may the Father give you the power through his Spirit for your hidden self to grow strong. To paraphrase it, for your hidden eye, for your childhood eye to go strong, so that Christ may live in your hearts through faith, and then, planted in love and built on love, you will with all the saints have strength to grasp the breadth and the length, the height and the depth, until knowing the love of Christ, which is beyond all knowledge, you are filled with the utter fullness of God. Until our eyes are filled with the utter fullness of God. And actually this is the response, the answer, how our grown-up, tired human eyes can be recharged and revitalized.